Welcome to you all for the SQL Server PowerShell classes. Here today I am going to take your demo classes and as well as today I will start day one classes also. In this class you will learn about how to write, develop the script, how we can deal with PowerShell with SQL Server. So this class is more useful if you have knowledge of SQL Server database administration, or otherwise if you don't have knowledge, this class is not much more useful for you, but it will work 50 to 60%. But if you have knowledge of SQL Server, it is really very good class, and you will see how you can develop your script in your um, office also, and as per your real-time scenario. So I will go through the first demo class, whatever I have, not demo, whatever I have sent the syllabus, I will go through it just 5 minutes. Then I will go continue with my PPT and the all scripting. So this I'm going to explain you about history and what are the PowerShell commands is there, PowerShell gallery, how we can use it. And there is the many tools which is developed in the PowerShell that before it was CMD, then after that DB tool, SMOs. So many things is there, which one we will work with it. Okay. And so after that, we will go to the model one, that is the PowerShell. Here also we will learn about little bit theory class. Theory class is whatever I am going to explain, just for 2 days only I am going to explain you the theory. After that, all practical will only start. Here we will discuss about what are the PowerShell and automation, what are the mode is there for the PowerShell, commands lets. This will become very useful. We are going to deal with get command, get services, get process, and little bit more. After that we will learn, like you can see, like after 2014 means in 2016 SSMS is not coming along with if you are installing the SQL Server. So some many times you have to install this SSMS tool into multiple of service server. So you can go through it and you can install using the PowerShell. But why it is useful means if you have to do the multiple of work in the same time for the multiple of computer, then it is very useful. Like you have 10 system and 10 system you want to install, or you 10 system you want to run the script. So it is useful if you're going through the PowerShell. Just example, if you have installed SQL Server, after that you have to do the multiple of checks, like all database if you have created, it has to be changed, DB owner has to be changed with SA, or your job, it has to become SA. Or after that, if you want to verify your backup is going in the same drive or correct drive or not, where the database MDF and LDF file has to be there, it is set or not. So you can use the PowerShell for creating the report as well as performing the operation, which one you want. Because if the human will do, maybe there will be a lot of mistake. But if you're going through the PowerShell, it is not that much problem will be there, and it will be less error you will see. So like that only, how to zip 7-zip, if you are going to do, how to install in the using the PowerShell. Why I am teaching you this 7-zip, like if you later, if when I am going to explain you how you can take the all backup and all using the PowerShell command, that time if you will see the multiple environment in your system, in your organization, there they are zipping the backup if the backup size is more. So that's why I was later that all zipping and backup, everything you can merge into the same mod. If we later we can learn about that mini cell, PowerShell, then how we can read that top 10 file, 10 lines of the error, or how we can make the report using the HTML or Excel or test. Of course, if I'm teaching HTML, you have to basics knowledge of the HTML. If you don't have knowledge of the HTML also, I will going to give you the inbuilt command. Same command you have to use, means same script you have to use in your scripting, and you can create your HTML report. I'm going a little bit fast because explain. Then I will go to the format, how you can format, how which type of result you want, how we can do that using a CVS file, sometime in HTML file, or sometimes some table we have to format in our own way. So that thing we are going to learn in the model 2. Model 3 is from here your actual programming will start. So here we will learn about the for each. Even from today or from tomorrow also, we are going to learn about the if else minimum things, which one we are going to write any program. Of course, without if or else knowledge, we cannot develop any statement which you want. Command you can run, but you want in simple command, simple script also. Of course, if else programming language is required, this too. But later in the model 3, we can read about for each and for each for while loop. This is very useful, like for each. Why we are going to do this one? Like if you have one script, because just example, if you have somebody has given to learn the run the 10 script, and 10 script you have to run into the 10 server. So 10 SQL server. So what is going to be happen? You have to go with the 100 times, 10 into 10 into 100. But if you have the script, you can go with the for each command. Like you can give that where is the script it is located at, and for each you can give the all 10 server name. PowerShell will automatically, it will perform the all operation. That one we are going to learn later classes in the model 3. Model 3 is actual your programming classes. Then how we can start PowerShell using PS1 file. PS1 file is nothing but is the PowerShell file, different version, because many times what is going to be happen now, PowerShell version, it is installed 5 in my system. You also, I will going to explain this all. So if the PowerShell version 5 it is there, but many times some script it is there which when you will download from Google, but you can see it is not, you will not able to run into your environment. Maybe it is developed for PowerShell version 2, but in the power in this PowerShell there is one feature is there, you can degrade, you can go downwards also your version. So how we can do that, and we will learn. After that, model 4 is mini cell and Snapis tool, SMOs, SQL Server Management Object. Here we will learn about the configuration file. Configuration file is nothing but just passing the parameter. Later, what we are going to do, whatever you have the script, the few things is going to change. If you have written any script for taking the backup, so of course in backup, what thing is variable? Just your database name and your server name or your path. These three things only it will, and remaining the script will be same. So these three we are going to make as a variable part as a configuration. So script will always same. You will pass this 3 parameter and you can perform your activity. So how you can update the PowerShell version, how you will take the full backup, differential backup, and how to change the setting using the PowerShell. So this all are related with SQL Server. We are going to learn in the model 4, 5. In model 6, you can develop if you want to change any database level of changes, how to create database using the PowerShell in many server. So this all we are going to discuss, how to find any failed job. So there is the many lab thing we will go and we will follow it. Uh, this is also related with SQL Server and the reporting things mainly, like if any job is failed or backup is not happened from long back. So whatever you want to create the report using the HTML file, we will go through it, because in Notepad and Excel it is very easy, but HTML it is little bit, you have to apply your little bit more programming knowledge. So if any server is down or BCP in, BCP out, if you have to import the all table using the PowerShell, how we can perform, how to restore database, 7-zip, if anything is there, it's completed or not, any job is completed or not, SQL Server is running fine or not, or agent. So this all everything we will perform in the model 7. Then I will go to the function and all we will discuss in the model 8. Then model 9 is your DBA tool. DBA tool is very great things which is implemented by PowerShell, which is so here all SQL level of configuration or all work, whatever SQL DBA is doing manually, everything they can perform using the DBA tool. So DBA tool, you can script out the login, you can do the migration work, you can do the Mac server configuration, performance, temp DB, whatever you want. If you have installed DB tool, that is also part of the PowerShell only. So we will discuss when it is came and all. So it is, you can perform this. 9 is your scheduling the task and all we will discuss, doing the migration, disk monitoring, example, etc. We will discuss. 11th is the passing the parameter from the SQL server, because whatever script we will write, we will hard coded the server name in this, right? So, so how we can pass the parameter multiple of server and then all, we will learn about the day 11. Day, then day 13, it is your little bit related with performance. If any blocking is happen, how to send mail using the PowerShell script, or the permission, RFN user fix using the PowerShell. So these things we will explain. So day 14, if you will see, I will go a little bit using the backup, how you can take the backup using the database tool, DB tool, and PowerShell, this all, and how we can merge into it. And day 15 is your log shipping mirroring. I'm going to explain you, but this everything I'm not going to set up using the PowerShell. Already you set up it, and few configuration, few things I'm going to explain you how it will going to be. You can manage your log shipping, like if you have to create some report, data is transferring or not, some information which you have to take from the log shipping, some information if you want to take from the mirroring. So these things you can perform in day 15, you can learn. And then after that it is error handling, because some error is happening, how to manage the error. So these are the classes which one I'm going to follow. Anybody having any doubt, they can ask. If not, I will.
Hi, this is Nid here. I have a quick question.
Yes.
How often are we going to have this class? Is it every day?
It is the everyday class, and it will goes for, it is total 15 days class, but I'm going to cover into the 13 days, because day 15 is your everyday 2 hours class, but I am not going to take 2 hours. I will going to take just 1 hour's class. So it is go for 1 month class.
Okay, so we're gonna have a class every day, but it's gonna be 1 hour only.
Yes, 1 hour only. Sometime it will goes for 1 hour 15 minutes, because somebody is asking any doubt, or I have to explain something more. So it is like 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes max, not more than that.
Okay, okay, and it's gonna be like a month course.
Of course, it will go for 1 month.
Okay,
15 classes I'm going to cover within 1 month.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so anybody else who having any question? No.
Yeah, I mean, the timing about the timing of this
Timing,
course,
I
is
will
it going
take.
to be the same, the 6
Yeah,
6:30 in IST?
Yes, 6:30 IST. I'm going to continue, because all are ready for this only.
Okay.
Also, I think there is a little, it says Caspar Sky free scan. Can you remove that?
Okay.
It's kind of
Okay.
in the. It's good. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. And at the start of the this course, we have received the pop-up message that the training is going to be recorded. So is it going to be available for us?
Variable means I didn't get.
No, not the variable. I mean, is it the recordable training?
Yes, yes, I am recording this all, and I will upload into the YouTube. Whatever Gmail address you will send, you having the access only on that email address. So once you will log in your YouTube using that email address, you will get the permission to view it, not download. You cannot download, but for viewing for your lifetime till YouTube will be there, you can see. Many times I am not able to upload my video, so that time you have to manage. I will give you all PPT and all. Sometime it is working, sometime it's not taking. Just we will see.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so I am going to start, because I told.
I have another question. Yes, sorry to interrupt you. I have another question. Is it your like a batch? Is it like your first time you're doing this batch with us, or you have done this before?
Yes, I have done this before. Actually, I was the SQL Server DBA, and I was taking the class for the SQL Server. So after that, I have changed and I have started the PowerShell. And the past 8 years, I am taking this class. Before I was taking for the SQL Server DBA, and then I think the past 1.5 years, I was started for the PowerShell.
Okay, good. And I think you have not discussed about the fee for this course. I have not seen that anywhere.
Okay, I will you have given your mobile number, right?
I think I give my email address.
Okay, I will ping you on that.
Sure.
Already it is, I think I have already explained, it was written there, but if you want, I will tell you.
I missed it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So what is actually this PowerShell? PowerShell is not, just don't think like I am going to take you the more theory. It is just for today only. After today, there is no theory classes will be there, but just little bit I'm going to give you. So PowerShell is nothing but it is developed. PowerShell is a tool and it is developed by Microsoft using the for the automation purpose. Here what you can do the multiple of work like installation, your database, whatever configuration is there, everything you can do. You can handle the error log, you can handle the migration, etc. You can going to perform in this. So I am going little bit history of the PowerShell. So PowerShell was developed 0.1 in 2003, developer configurations. um, After that, what happened? It was released in PowerShell 2006 after 3 years, and it was the part of Vista and your part of XP. Um, Everything you can SQL PowerShell was there. In this, what it was happening, you have to install PowerShell separately in the PowerShell 0. Then PowerShell 2.0 was released in August 2009. And it was included into the Windows 7, Windows Server 2012. And here it was added the new features that is called the commandlets feature. So what is the commandlets? What is the commandlets? So we'll discuss more into the commandlets once we will start our PowerShell. So commandlets is nothing but is a lightweight command. It is used for the Windows PowerShell environment. Okay. After this class, you will able to create multiple of commandlets. How we can do, I will explain you into this. Okay, after that PowerShell 3.0 was released in 2012. It's having the more features. And what happened here, it is PowerShell, they have added ISE, integrated scripting language. So if you will go here and if you are typing PowerShell, you can see there is the two things is coming. You can see the Windows PowerShell ISE. ISE is nothing but it is the integrated script language. It's having the something, and whenever you are opening your PowerShell, always open with run as administrator. So this is nothing but is the ISE, and whatever code we are going to do, in here only. And one more is there, that is the PowerShell. Both are same only. This is nothing but it is just like a command prompt. Same thing is the PowerShell window is there. It is asking for recover. So you can see here you can go with new and you can code anything. You can see the result down. So it is the integrated script language. Okay, after that it was started PowerShell 4.0 when it is 2013, and just after 1 year when it was developed. So here no more features it was introduced, but that is something called DSC was added, desired state configuration. Here what is happening, you can manage a lot of registry setting, stopping and starting the services, command list, deploying the new software. So multiple of things related with SQL Server you will able to perform from 4.0. Where is it? Okay. 4.0. Okay, after that 5.0 is released in 2014. It was the part of the framework 5.0. It is introduced PowerShell get command and many more features it was added, and we have to work with PowerShell 5.0. Even I have the install that. So if you don't have, I will tell you how to upgrade your PowerShell and you can start doing this. So PowerShell, and whatever thing we are performing into the PowerShell, same thing you can perform into the commandlets CMD format. But there it's don't having multiple of command. You have to write your programming, then you can perform, and multiple of things you can not perform into the command mode, because once the SQL verse came, after that people has started writing their program using the CMD mode. You can see that exe file people is going to write some program into the exe. If you are a SQL DBA, you maybe you will deal with that exe file where people is doing that. After that PowerShell came, people start writing the PowerShell programming using the PS1 file. Okay, using the variable and command. Okay, after that dir, just you can see that commands in CMD, how you are writing this dir, cls, etc. I cannot have to explain this you know already. For directory, for clear, same thing in the PowerShell also, it will work into the same version, same way. So not more I'm going to explain. This all are the nothing but it is what is the object and all. That is not much more things. So okay. Before starting this so any command in the PowerShell which one going to develop, it's having the 4 part, that is called my pen is become verb, noun, name, and your string. Okay, so this two, verb and noun, is nothing but your command, and your name is your computer name, and then string is your host name. Okay, so using any command, it will start in this fashion. So verb is nothing but get command, set command, whatever. Okay, noun, what is noun? Is nothing but your services, get process, whatever you want. Name is nothing but your computer name, and string is nothing but your host name. So these things we are going to follow into the this example. If I will go about get hyphen, if you are writing and you are pressing tab, automatically the same thing will become. And if you are clicking this command, so what is going to be happen? Same line it will is going to execute, and if there is after that there you can see the script run script 5. So this is nothing but it is your whole command, whatever you will type, it is going to be displayed, or it is going to be run the whole command. Okay, so I have ran just get command. So what are the get command is there? You can see in this. Go up. So you can see these are the get commands is there, and you will see it is having them very big. If you want, you can take into the output file also. So if you want to take any result, PowerShell result into the output, means any notepad or something, remember this all, everything, whatever I'm just get command. And after that, if you want to take into the any notepad, so you can write out file. And after that, you have to provide the path of the file where you want to save. Get a command .txt. If I will execute this, it is going to be create the command.test. It is here. Now it is easy, you can read it. So you can see these are the DB tools, command sources DB tools. These are the command. Later you have to work with whatever name you are saying. No, these all are the command into the PowerShell, which one we are going to work. So you can see if your DB tool is installed, so you can see lot of DB tool command is there. These all are the related with database only. Copy SQL SOAP, if you want to copy from one server to another. If you want to work with link server, this is the command. If you want to copy logins, so this all are related with where you will see DBA tools. It all are the database things. So you can see, so don't have to remember this all command. You can run get command and you will see the all details. Yes, these all are the, you will see these are the alias name and
So basically the get command will give us this list.
yes, all are the list which one which is useful for your for you doing the DB activity. Not only DB activity, you will see that storage. If you want to storage, if you want to see the virtual disk information, so this is the command. Or if you want to convert into the virtual disk, it is written there. So how to do this, I'm going to explain you later.
Right.
Just now it is because this is the first day class, I have to explain you the basics things. So you can see these are the function is also there. If you want to relate it, because PowerShell is used for your networking also. PowerShell will use for your AD purpose also. PowerShell is used for the SQL server also. PowerShell will use for nowadays for AD people, packaging people, SCOM people, monitoring tool, all are using the PowerShell. So related with that, they will download. For us, it is DBA told commands, let's SOM. These things is useful for us. But in PowerShell, basically, if you will see, this all are in perform the activity. But we are not going to deal with all. We are going to deal with only which is useful for the SQL DBA. That's it. So you can see these are the that much command it is there into the.
Okay, so this DB tool, is it a third party
No, it is not a third
command
party.
or
You have
okay?
to just import it from the internet. Now if you will
Yeah,
search in
okay.
your computer, maybe DBA tool will not come. So once we will go
Yeah,
and discuss the DBA tool, then you will, now in your computer you will see commandlets will only display, right?
yeah,
Even
yeah,
commandlets
correct.
also we will able to perform the SQL activity. You will see here commandlets is related with SQL agent, SQL things, right?
Mhm.
So before that, when this DBA tool was not developed, that time we all are performing our activity using the commandlets, right? So we'll see that we will work on that day by day. Then you will understood each and everything. So you understood
Yeah.
get command. Get command is nothing but same thing I have written here. There is other thing is get services, because later we have to work with get command and get services. If you are typing get services, and of course same thing what I will do, I will take into the output and I will append, I will overwrite the same file, then it is easy for you to see. Okay, I ran the get services. So now here it is not displaying because it is going into the output file into the notepad. Okay, so this time if I will, so these all are the get services, means same thing, whatever services it is there, it is going to inform the it is same as your task manager. Later we will see how we can going to work with get services, right? So this is the same as this, whatever it is there. You can go with the get process also. Sorry, I have not taken the into the notepad file. So you can see these are the get process. So the same thing, it is a task manager, whatever you will see the process things, it is going to be displayed. Okay.
Just a question. Hello.
Yeah,
So are there any changes or new commandlets added when we upgrade the PowerShell version?
of course
Like,
it is going to be added.
okay.
which one we will going to discuss, because this is the first day class, no? So I'm not going to deal, but how to upgrade your PowerShell, how to download new features into the PowerShell, that one we will learn in the later classes.
Okay,
It is just
fine.
for basics, because I told you 2 days class, after 2 days class only actual real time class is going to
Sure,
be
sure.
started,
No worries.
because now it is not useful. We'll see. Okay, so now I'm going little bit more. If you want to search any get command, how we will search? So now you have seen that whenever we are running the get command, this much is result was coming. So in that, in PowerShell, how we are filtering the search command, so we'll write get hyphen command. You can give hyphen name, and then you can give the which command you want to search. Just I want to search for SQL, so I will give the star SQL. So whatever related with SQL thing will be there, only it is going to be displayed. So these all are the in get command which is related with SQL. You have to know, or you have to work in future with these are the command, only this much command. But you will see here SQL PS. Okay, I will take into the notepad. That is good for you to read. So basically these are the command which is related with SQL. So I have given the star, you know that if it is you are putting the SQL between that two star, so it will search where the SQL will come, all result is going to be displayed. So you will see these are the DBA tool, same thing, whatever I have explained you, this time it is coming only related with SQL. And we are not going to learn each and every command, few commands only we are going to learn, and I will explain you how you can work with this all. Okay, so this is the one command where you can run get command and using the filter option. If you want to filter little bit more, just I will give you the example. You can write get command. You can give pipe symbol and where hyphen object. This also I will explain you what is this.
So there shouldn't be any closing bracket. It should be curly
Yes.
bracket. No, you have used that closed bracket, so just at the end.
Oh yes,
before the curly brace.
sorry. I was given this one. So you can see we can filter using this way also, get command where object, and what is the difference between above and down is nothing but here what is going to happen in the get command, all command is going inside that. This is nothing but it is a variable. If you are writing dollar underscore dot means one by one it is filtering and it is displaying. Here one time that all result came, and here in the from the get command one by one it is taking and is going to be displayed, right? So like that only there is the many commands, it is there. Got it? There is no doubt, right, in this. So
Yeah.
of course one more thing I forget to explain you. Before that I have to explain that So that is called execution policy. So you can see execution policy is unrestricted for me, right? So there is multiple of execution policy into that PowerShell. That is called restricted, all signed off, remote sign, and many things is there. I'm going to explain one by one all. And after that, again, I will come back to this. So like restricted, all signed, remote signed, unrestricted. There is 4 type of execution policy. It is there into the PowerShell. So if you are going for restricted, if you will go and if you will open your laptop and you can see, maybe it will be there into the restricted format. 1 second. Okay. If PowerShell is going into the restricted, so no script you can run. Only you can run the PowerShell command. That's it. Because into the restricted format, you cannot run the any script. Okay. So this is nothing but is the default policy into the PowerShell 8 and 2012 or Windows Server 8. Okay, it's deal you only the individual command like get command, set command we can run, but we cannot run the PS1 file or PowerShell programming if we have implemented, like you can see the PS1 file, PSM1 file. So this thing we will discuss what is this file. So it's prevent the running the all script using this all files. Okay, next is your all signs. Here we can run the script, right? But only by a trusted publisher can be run this script. So that is the one thing. What is the trusted publisher? 1 second. Okay. So in the all sign, we can run only the script which is the trusted by the publisher. Okay. And whenever you are running this, that time your PowerShell is going to promote, it is going to give you one message, you want to run this script or not. What is the meaning of trusted publisher? Trusted publisher is nothing but from the certificate authority. Your all script has to be digitally signed using the certificate authority. So many times you can see you will download the script from the Google and you are going to run it. Maybe that script you cannot run. It will fail. It will tell like it is not. It is the not issued by trusted publisher or like that. So whatever script it is there, you can run into the locally or remotely in this. So next one is remote signed. Where is? So what is the remote signed? What is there in that? In this, it is Windows Server 2012 R2. It was default. It was coming into this PowerShell. Once you will see, it is by default. It will go into the same mode in the remote sign mode. 1 minute. So in this remote sign, you can run the script, but you cannot run into the multiple of server, like in your office. How you are going to work? You having the one server where you having the access to all other of the server. What you are going to do? You are running your script into the one server. It is going to implement the same script into the multiple of remote computer system. So, but here you cannot do into the remote signed. Next is your unrestricted mode. So unrestricted mode, you can perform all activity, all work. So you can check into that in your system. You can see maybe if it is a restricted or unrestricted or remote sign. First, you go and change your restricted mode to unrestricted mode. So how we can set? So that is the command is set - execution policy execution policy. Same thing you can do into here also. You can see a PowerShell. This one having the same looks like your command prompt. So you can perform your any task here also. It is same as whatever display you are seeing here. It is here. Here it is little bit good formats. Everything will be coming into the. So you can go with the set execution policy and whatever you want, restricted, you can type restricted, and you can, using this, you can change your policy to your restricted format. Oh, sorry. Get why I ran get. I have to run the. I have written here. Sorry. I have typed down. So it is asking for you want to change. I have given that. Now if I'll go to get execution policy. So what I will see, it is restricted, but we have to be there always into the unrestricted. So everything it will not block anything. We can now if I will go to the get. So it is unrestricted. Okay. So PowerShell is nothing but it is very self-learning tool. So if you don't know about any command, how to use it, you can ask this thing from the PowerShell only. So just example I am giving you. So I will write just example get execution. That tab is not working. Leave it. Or otherwise I will take set execution policy as an example. You don't know how to do the set execution policy. So what you can write here, you can write get hyphen help. Get help. And you can write set execution. I will copy this. Set execution policy. And I will type here examples, and I will take this into the notepad file because it's difficult to read in here. I'll put here. If I will go with this, means what is happened, same line where your cursor is there, it will run the single line. If you are going to press run F5, it is same triangle mark, whatever you are seeing, left side of this where I have put the cursor, it means run the all command which is there into your command window. So I am pressing this. So of course it is gone into the here. Oh, sorry, I have taken into demo classes. So you can see here. So it is displaying that all how you can set the policy. You can see the example. Set execution policy, write the execution and remote sign if you want, you can choose. It is given the all details also what is going to be happen in that. So you can see there is simple script also they have given. You can learn itself if you want. So nothing but it is the self-learning. For not for this, whatever you want, you can type and you can see that any command which is going to be how to use into the PowerShell. Okay. So I am little bit I am going to more command which one I am going to execute and show you. Then we will go to the next.
Okay, so I have one doubt.
Yes, please.
What should be the ideal, execution policy state if we are
See
working with
here.
any production server?
In production, depending upon the environment, either it will goes for the unrestricted or either it will go to the remote side. where you can run the only trusted publisher script, and or
Yeah.
you can run the any script whatever you want.
Okay, so is there any security issues while using the unrestricted mode?
Of course, means unrestricted means if the script is not trusted by the
Uh-huh.
authority, right? And you download
Yeah.
it from the Google, right? And you will run.
Yeah.
So it is not given the authority for you. It is not digitally signed also. Maybe that script is going to be harm you anything in your
Yeah.
production. So of course it is not, they will not tell like go with run anything into the production, right? So that's why people will not put into the unrestricted. You go to your office, you check it, because running this get command, nothing is going to change. Go and check what is there there. And I think in the some environment, whenever you are installing the SQL Server, that time only one checklist they will tell you to in PowerShell, please change it to unrestricted or restricted, whatever it is there. If anybody is there, like if they are installing SQL DBA, who has seen that installing the SQL Server and they are changing it, anybody is there here? I think nobody is doing that. So it is depend upon your environment. Get it? Okay, I'm audible.
Yes.
Hello. Okay, fine. So I'm going little bit more command into this. The same thing, same way. If you want to search get command, same thing. You can give hyphen name, and you can give star what is going to be displayed. So what command you can see here, name, which is having the evoke all result, it will display. So like that we can filter it. I'm going to use little bit more command. Okay, just I will take one more example. If I want to take, I don't know how to use the get command, just example, because now I explain you this fine. So I am going to get help, and I will type here get command, and I will give hyphen example. Okay, I will take into the result into the my file, then only I will able to display the result. Okay, this came. So it is displaying here. You can go with get command if you want current session, if you want to see. So all display you can see it, and you have to go through yourself. After this class, go and read and see it. But whatever you are not understanding, don't worry, because because these are the script, you will not understood how it is written there. What is the meaning of this dollar? What is the meaning of underscore and all? So day by day you will understood. Okay, just I am going little bit more. Model name I have already explained. Okay, so if you want to see the get command, get services, now I am going to deal with something get services or SQL PS. Okay, get services. So get services, we want to see our SQL Server information. Okay, so how we can see that? Get hyphen services, and how we will write? You give the pipe symbol, right? Where hyphen object, you can press tab. But sometimes tab will not work. Where object, you can give variable. Then how you have to give? You have to give the this two command. Then I am typing dollar underscore dot. It is nothing but the data, whatever you will filter get services, it will go to here. And what it is going to match, it's going to match with name is equal to, whenever in PowerShell, if you want to display any equal, you have to give hyphen eq. Already there is one classes is there for explaining this all, what is equal, greater, less than, greater, everything, not equal. That is a separate class is there. We will discuss this all. But now it is just small things I have to explain you. Equal to, I have given MS SQL server. Okay. What happened again? Okay, maybe 1 second.
I think you put an underscore like where
No, it is
fine. Because the other one you have a dash. So
yes, sorry. Sometimes small things people will not see only. So okay, so you can see here it is get. It is what it is doing. It is all result what is there in the Gantt services. It is going inside this dollar. It is matching with name, which is the MS SQL, right? So it is giving the all result. It is already stopped. So just
can you repeat one more time? What is that dollar and dash? What does that mean?
1 second.
Dollar dash and
This one
dot?
you know that, right? Get
Yes.
services. Get
Yes.
services is, you know that all command, whatever, if I will run the get services, what is the result? You can see here. So get services means all services which is running into the server, right?
Yeah.
And where object means is going to be filter. If you want to filter anything, this one. And if you are displaying anything dollar like that, so it is nothing but it is the variable where you can insert any data or anything. So here what happened in the get services, whatever services is there, it is matching one by one where it is equal to MS SQL server.
Okay.
And it is displaying only those result only.
Okay.
Got it? If you want, you can see that get help. 1 second. Get help, get services, and you can type example. Come fast. Okay. So just I will show you. I have to take it to the notepad only, otherwise it is difficult to read. You can see the get services. You can go through the examples also, you will understood how we can filter the get services. See here, same thing I have given. Oh, sorry. I have to take into that notepad only, then only it is. Okay, I have explained this command only, right? Right here it is filtered using the status. I was filtering through the name. Correct? Get services where object dollar underscore status is equal to running. Here what it is going to display, what are the running command is there, only it is going to display that all, right?
Okay. And if we want to use multiple filters, so do we need to use the dollar underscore sign every time? I mean, if I want to filter it out
You have
with
to
the
give
name
and
along
command,
with
right? And multiple filter means where status is equal to this and name is equal to this, right? Match if it
okay.
is
No,
there.
I'm asking about the dollar and underscore sign. Is it
No, if you want to use multiple of variable, that time you have to declare it. Later we will see that.
okay.
You have to
Yeah.
declare. Here it is nothing, only one. That's why we are giving this one, right?
Yeah.
But in later you will see we are going to deal with multiple of variable, then we will declare dollar something, it's called like path. So we will give dollar path. Whenever you will give dollar, it is nothing but it is the variable. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.